Welcome to the Sundown Show. On this show, we bring you the movers and shakers of South Sudan and the world over. We engage in debates and discussions that unearth the stories behind the news. And we have our light moments too by chit-chatting about issues that affect our day-to-day life. Stay right here on the Sundown. Join in and be part of the show on iRadio, your eye on South Sudan. The Sundown. For the news, views, opinion, debates, and discussions. Listen to who is who talking about issues that affect our country and continent. Only on the Sundown, your eye on South Sudan.
Hello and welcome to the Sundown Show on iRadio with me, Madrama James. Today is Tuesday, the 25th of March 2025. The program comes to you Monday to Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. for comprehensive look at the daily events, the latest information, in-depth analysis, exclusive interviews, and exciting surprises. To participate, call us on that 0911022986 and send for us a text message on that 0913-986-986. If you can't access the radio, we are also on that Facebook, X, YouTube, and more. You can also stream this broadcast live by logging to that our website at www.iradio.org. Coming up. The Vice President for that economic cluster, Dr. Benjamin Bolmel, has confirmed the payment of that civil servant's salary for February and March 2025 in what he described as his government commitment to improving public service delivery.
To our organized forces, as you receive your well-earned salaries, I urge you to intensify your efforts in protecting the vulnerable, upholding the law, the rule of law, and securing our nation.
We also encourage the President.
Well, we will hear more from that Dr. Benjamin Bolmel in the first hour of the show. Still to come, the government has strongly condemned a statement made by the Sudanese Armed Forces Assistant Deputy Commander-in-Chief General Yasser Al-Attah, in which he threatens a military that's aggression against South Sudan.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the Republic of South Sudan expresses its deep concern and strong condemnation of recent public statements made by General Yasser Al-Attah, Assistant Deputy Commander-in-Chief of the Sudanese Armed Forces.
Well, we will hear, of course, more from that Ambassador Puka right here. And we shall listen to a statement from that's the spokesperson of South Sudan Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. Meanwhile, in the second hour, the UN chief in South Sudan has called for President Salva Kiir and First Vice President Dr. Riek Machar to meet and publicly reaffirm their joint commitment to, that is, peace in the country.
We also encourage the President and First Vice President to meet to resolve their differences constructively, making a joint public statement that reassures all South Sudanese of their united, steadfast commitment to peace.
Stay tuned for these stories and more coming to you in today's edition of the Sundown program with me, Madrama James. As usual, now let's take a quick break, and after that we shall kickstart the show.
Basma le radio Hagiga I radio in Takum fi Junub Sudan.
نعم مستمعين في كل محل مرحبا بكم في برنامج بتاع سانداون معكم في تقديمنا مدرما جيمس وانينا بيبدأ برنامج هنا بالذات في جوبا اللي خاصة ناس الشغالين وإلغى مرتبات بتمن بتشهر 2 وشهر 3 زي ما كان نائب رئيس دكتور بنجامين بولميل ونسو لكناسي أنا بس باشد منك كليك بس قريب جامع حسابي تاكي زي نينا بيبدأ توالي برنامج بتنا في زمن بتاسي. Now, first is, of course, have you received your salary or not? Well, if you are a civil servant, there is a good news for you. Vice President and Chair of that economic cluster, Dr. Benjamin Bolmel, has confirmed the payment of that civil servant's salary for February and March 2025. Dr. Bolmel says this shows the government commitment to improving public service delivery. In a statement dated March 2024 and posted on his social media page seen by iRadio, Dr. Bolmel recalled his February 21st pledge to ensure that civil servant salaries are paid promptly by the 24th of each month. He announced that the commitment has now been fulfilled, with salaries for both civil servants and organized forces fully settled. Vice President Benjamin also revealed plans to introduce a roadmap for clearing all outstanding salary arrears. The Vice President commended key stakeholders, including the Minister of Finance and Planning, the Governor of the Central Bank of South Sudan, and the Commissioner of the National Revenue Authority for efforts in making this possible. Now, let's listen from Vice President Benjamin Bolmel, who spoke to state-run TV SSBC following his meeting with meeting with President Salva Kiir, and this is what he had to say.
Renews the spirit of hope and patriotism in our people. Let us breathe life back into our public institutions, and we will all enjoy the fruits of a productive economy. To our organized forces, as you receive your well-earned salaries, I urge you to intensify your efforts in protecting the vulnerable, upholding the law, the rule of law, and securing our nation. Security and development are inseparable. Without peace, we cannot progress. As such, it is your duty to safeguard the foundation of our economy and investment. Protection of all investors and entrepreneurs operating in South Sudan. Guard our infrastructure and strategic economic zones. Any individual or group who threatens or harms investors should face swift and uncompromising justice. Vandalism, destruction of property, or any of economic activity must be treated as a serious crime against.
My name Edmond Yakani.
Well, Vice President for the economic cluster right there, Dr. Benjamin Bolmel, talking to the audience via the state on TV SSBC. With that, of course, we are now asking you, what is your thought on the fulfilled promise by the Vice President? Call us on 0911-22986-986. Juzumina kumbagder zikirgal fiyoma waidu shirin nam naiba rais Dr. Benjamin Bolmel bugula fiyom arbo shirin fi kulu shar en nasal shakalin bo kuma mon mustega shan ke bialga muratabat bitomon nam fiyom mbaru yom arbo shirin juzumina kum elga guruz bitomon fa muratabat bitomon tabu gol shino fi 10 miade tasal manena 12 fi 09 wide wallet 996 I radio.
Good evening, Madrama Lino.
Yes, good evening, Majung Sudan.
You have brought a very nice topic. First of all, let me appreciate the Vice President for economic cluster for fulfilling his promise. Because when he was sworn in, he promised the country that he will make sure the salary will be will be provided every 24th of every month. But I myself, yes, I have received my salary today. That is a good news. But the issue here, we have been confused. Which month really are we receiving? Because according to him, he was talking about 2025 and 2024. Now we have not received for February of 2025. And then the 2024 is the one that we have received. So we don't know how he's going to cope up with the 2 years arrears and then the salary. This is what has confused the public civil servant and even the old people. How is he going to do this? Is he going to create the arrears once, or is going to divide the arrears maybe for 3 or 4 pages? This is another thing that we need to understand from that.
All right.
Yes, coming to the issue of bank, I'm really afraid that this one will not be possible, because currently the commercial banks are only limited to the cities, the capital cities of the state, and then the other areas totally they don't have banks, especially the organized forces and the army who are stationed outside the country. They will not be able to open banks. This is the challenge now. How is it going to make sure everyone has a bank account? This is another thing that we want to see. If the issue of account need to be rolled for a time being for those who are in the state and then the city. But for those who are in the villages or maybe counties and then maybe some other counties which are remote, they should be given their salary in the payroll.
Thank you so much, Majung Sudan, for your contribution. Let's also give chance to another one right here. I read you. Yes, sir. Marhab.
أول حاجة أنا بقول مبروك لناس الشرف الجروي ناس عندهم مهية طبعا نحن في POC هنا ما عندنا جروي هنا شغالين بلوكير ساكن لكن بس في كونفيوجن زي ما جنب السودان قال لكن الكلام أنا شايفه كلام بدأوا من الراس كويس لو بدأوا من الراس وماشي لورا لأنه إذا ده جروي بتاع فبراير في 2025 معناه الجروي بتاعنا الكامل بتاع 2024 وين؟
يا سؤال
المفروض عاد السنه الفات المفروض اول كان ببدا بالمتاخرات بتاع السنه الفات يلا بعدنا تجي في السنه الجديد لكن ما دام بدا من سنه وماشي لورا يعني كان الجروب بتاع متاخرات السنه الفات ما يموت اول حاجه انا بسال هل برضه اسافر صرف لانه مدرمه جيمي ام فيري شوك لانه ما ممكن يعني حكومه فوق الجيش يعني فوق وزاره امنيه الناس بيشتغل سنه كامل وما عندهم قروش يعني حكومه بتجوا في عساكر بتاعه وفي الامن بتاعه انا قاعد يهرسوا انت ما ممكن يعني زي ما قاعد يهرسك ده هو بدون جان ده صعب انا بتمنى برضه عساكر بيكون صرفوا الوزاره الامنيه بيكون صرفوا
نعم تبو مانا شنو يا استاذ؟ تبو مانا شنو ثيب؟ تبو مانا شنو تبو مانا يعني حكومه يعمل شنو بالضبط؟
انا بتمنى كانوا الحكومه يدفع كان يبدا من المتاخرات السنه اللي فات كله ويلا بعد يجي السنه الجديد لان هسه اذا هو بدا هذا ماشي لورا ما في مشكله اما الموضوع بتاع بروميس ما هو عارف جريده
thanks to our Demon for what he has done, because that's what we expect from our leaders to do, because this thing of empty promise is not fine. The little that he managed to find, he already delivered for us. And the little that we are going to find it out, it needs us to make the proper use of it. That's just the only thing that I want to do.
All right, thank you very much. I read you. Yes.
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening, Joseph.
We as a South Sudanese and the school of politicians, they are teaching us to know them, what they are doing. That's why the statement of the Vice President is being implemented today as a political payment, because you could not payment in the process. You have to inform those cashiers to prepare the payroll before you release the salary. But now it began the announcement from the office of the Vice President when you go to the President. And the national and the ministers of the state, they separate on on the announcement. People are beginning now to prepare what so-called payroll. But this is a work of the Ministry of Finance to give directives to the secretaries and then to directors, then to the state ministers to prepare that month of 2024 has to be paid, or month of 2025. Now people are trying to say it is 2025, but there is a statement made by the Minister of Finance last time said that we are stopped payment of the last year and we are beginning to pay 2025.
So where is your concern? Because the Vice President is in charge of the economic cluster.
So what's supposed to be done before he's going to pay 2025? They are supposed to pay all areas. This is accumulated money for the whole year. They are supposed to be paid. Secondly, they inform people to open account in the commercial bank, but there's no commercial bank in some
other places.
There is even the county.
Oh, sorry, Joseph, I really got your concern, but thank you so much for sharing your opinion with us. It's still to come, of course. You can call us on that 0911-22986 and 986. Bedap, Nerina Arv Mina Kita Elga Maratabat Bitakulo Elga Fiso Hubadi Atiatagad Bielga Wakaman min promise. Altada min Naipa Reis Gale Fium Arbo Shirinta Hulu Shar Nero